This is Madden 19. I'm the coach.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M19 Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start.
Official foul, face mask, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation because officials always tell.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 106 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong. Takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
Pass incomplete. Breaking that one up, the former All-Pro Josh Norman.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get it.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now a handoff looking right. And now off to the races down the right side. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Room to run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Ravens have got it. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside that you knew this weather was coming.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or sticks.
Now White lost the football. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the Ravens have got it.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Hey. Now let's go. Green 30.
Now they try the right side here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And his throw is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they worked on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They give him a gain of 38.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300. This Bengal defense, they passed the first two tests. Now it's third and goal.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Well, it was third and one. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now it's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
All right, here we go.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is...
Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Ravens have got it. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
All right, here we go. M19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Pushes him over. Thomas has got it. Complete. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On 2nd down, Mariota again. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? On the toss, here's White. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. James White, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go now.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Play action. Now Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because of the zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
Throwing is Mariota. He spots Henderson open left side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Mariota. He may try and run for this. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
run by Mack to start the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Breaking that one up, the former All-Pro Josh Norman.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Mariota. And that is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing, Mariota. And this one is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Now Mariota. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Mariota on 1st down. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down, but they'll get it back. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. They go play action. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Mariota now from the 50. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Final play of the half here. Mariota buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Now the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Second down, Mariota. That's taken in by Henderson. Accelerating, and off he goes. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mariota now to throw on first down. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the...
And it's a fumble, and the Bengals have recovered it. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're viewing that football group at 2-10?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Vontaze Burfict. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, here we go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
They'll look to set up his blockers. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Mariota to throw it this time. Looking long for Thomas. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. Here's White. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run with White. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and moving?
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. And this will be good. Off the right upright, but he got a favorable bounce, and he gets it to go. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. I would say they went 3-and-out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3-and-out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1-and-out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding, offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They go play action with Jackson. Going up top. He's got a man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards.
Detroit!
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And they'll run it here. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
No. Check! Patriot! Patriot! Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And a short gain here down to the 22. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hurry up. Here we go. 319.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Bengals will get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Dante Fowler in on the stop. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling what they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their face.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mariota now on second down. Flush to his right. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. A good pick up there, 26 yards. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They stay on the ground with White. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here. The tailback takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Boy, a tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties. No.
You know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoff. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Set, 3-19.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And an alley to run. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Play action. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Mariota got his man complete over the middle. It's Ross. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay.